Hey guys, so we're back with another episode today. It's a little different. We're doing kind of a bit of a vlog style with surf session. It's about 6:30 a.m. Pretty tired, but here we are. We're gonna grab some donuts real quick. Got the boards on the roof. We're gonna get a surf session, and then as soon as we're done, we're actually gonna do a walk around today. We're gonna wash the car, do a walk around, just talk about all the mods and stuff like that, and just kind of get you guys up to date with what is done to the car. And I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so just going over content that we're going to have for you guys and stuff like that. I went ahead and ordered a part that I've been thinking about ordering for a while, but I just went ahead and did it. So some people on the Crosstreks do what you could call like an eyelid. So some people plastic dip it, or they take the bumper off and they vinyl wrap it. I didn't want to do that. I bought an actual piece that outlines the groove under the headlight and then uses 3M adhesive to hold it onto the bumper. So I bought that in chrome, which I'm not going to keep it chrome. I'm going to vinyl wrap it in probably gloss black or something like that. But it's coming from China or Japan or something like that, so it takes a couple of weeks. But as soon as it does come in, I'm going to do the install video on that, show you guys how to wrap that piece a little bit. I don't have it with me, so I couldn't tell you how complicated it's going to be. I'm not good at vinyl at all, but it's a DIY. We're going to give it a shot. But as soon as that comes in, we'll do a video on that. I'll let you know how the product was. I bought it off of Amazon. You can get them off of Amazon or eBay. The reason why I went with Amazon is because you can always just, if anything happens with the shipping, since it is coming from overseas, if it doesn't show up or if it's damaged or whatever, Amazon's pretty good about getting you your money back and all that. So that's coming. Again, that's going to be the eyelid piece in the front of the bumper where the headlight is. There's a little flat section where you just would add this piece. So it's going to give it just a little bit of style points. That's about it. No function whatsoever, but it'll look cool. So as soon as it comes in, we'll have another video for you guys. Alright guys, so we had a good surf sesh. It's pretty fun. It's really hot out there. We're gonna go grab some lunch real quick and then hit the car wash real fast. And then once we get the car all kind of detailed up and clean and stuff, we're gonna do a walk around for you. We'll talk about all the mods and stuff like that are done to the car, which I'd love to get some feedback from you guys regarding any questions or anything like that about anything that I've installed after the video goes live and stuff like that. So again, just leave comments or you hit me up on Instagram or whatever. But we'll go get this done. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, all right, so we're back at my garage. We're gonna detail the car up and stuff like that after leaving the car wash. And we're gonna get this done, show you a couple clips, just real quick of washing the car, no big deal. I did want to take a second though and talk about the product that I use to wash the car. Adams polishes. I had never tried this stuff before, and I just figured there was a lot of hype around it and didn't really get too far behind it. I usually use Meguiar's and Mother's and whatnot, but tried this stuff, and let me tell you, it's awesome. This is not a sponsored thing. They didn't send me this or whatever. This is just awesome stuff. Like, I'll never probably go back to anything else after trying this Adams polish. This is the detail spray. I also have the waterless wash as well for when I don't have time to go to the car wash or something. I can just spray the car down, and this reduces, risk of like scratching your paint with dust and particles and things like that when you use this guy. I got this stuff off Amazon, but again, initial test with this was awesome. I love the finish. It's streak free. It's a really good product. So cool.
Get that part.
No, I mean that's fine. I don't care about that. I'm just saying it smells like amazing. You smell it already?
No. Just turn the music back on.
Oh yeah, I'll flip it back on. This stuff is just so rad though. I love this stuff. And it goes kind of a long way for what it is.
Yeah.
Which I'm always pretty hyped on, when I can get something that lasts a little bit longer, Like I said, dude, just smell this. Dude, is it not just
We're recording you sniffing that shit.
Dude, it's just so good.
I might have to subtitle sniff test.
It leaves such a decent, like I said, such a nice, clean, finish on the paint and on anything we're using. Alright guys, so we got the car washed, detailed, looking really good. What we're going to do is we're going to do a walk around. Right before I started talking, we'll probably have a 360 clip or something like that, just doing a walk around of the car. But I wanted to take some time to at least talk about the modifications and kind of what is done to the car. And I get a lot of people emailing me or hitting me up on Instagram asking me about what's done, what do I have done to the car, things like that. So I figured to make this video just to kind of get some of that stuff out of there. So let's do a walk around, and let's start with the front of the car real quick, and then we'll kind of go from the front to the back and whatnot. So with the front of the car to start, I have the Subaru mesh grille here, and it's the painted black version. Behind it, I have the Hella Supertone horns that I painted white to match the car. I have the STI badge, which I know a lot of people get butthurt about that, but whatever. That's cool. You can hate on me. That's not a big deal. I have the Subaru wind deflector, which I had wrapped in a gloss black by Premium Automotive. They're one of the companies that I go through for any vinyl work or anything like that. You guys will see some other stuff that they've done. But this is the wind deflector from Subaru. I also have a front lip kit, which I get a lot of comments on, like where I got it, how it fits, stuff like that. The lip here is actually from a 2012 to 14 Impreza, just the standard Impreza, not the Crosstrek. And I've also retrofitted some splitter rods, and then within my bumper you'll see below here as well. You'll see different LED setups. It's kind of like a makeshift or knockoff Rocket Bunny LED kit that I just threw in there as well. It's pretty bright at night. It looks really good. They make nice running lights. If you look real close, behind and up in the backside of the bumper grill here, I have 2 LED bars. Again, just for extra light and stuff like that. it was also just a fun project, and I figured I would try it out. So I have LEDs back there as well. If you move to the left, I have the Grimspeed license plate relocation kit. It's a pretty good kit. I've liked it so far. I've never had any issues with it. It stays pretty stable. No problems whatsoever. It's been pretty good. I get a lot of comments about this. This is Plastidip with a little bit of automotive trim, just like a vinyl trim that I did around it to kind of square everything off. I just Plastidip this area. I just went ahead and taped everything off and just did the design. I have some yellow fog light overlays that I've bought from Premium Automotive as well. Those are pretty cool. I just like the yellow contrast of the lighting. So this is the Premium Automotive Styling headlight, like amber delete kit that you can buy. You can get it online or whatever you want. I had them install it for me, but it starts here, it's all black vinyl, gloss black, and it mirrors the little C-shaped light that's built into the headlights as well. That's on the car. I have the quick release bumper kit you can buy from like Amazon. It's pretty much there for cosmetics, although I've had a couple situations when I've been in the mountains and stuff like that when bumper gets pretty close to the ground. So I added that to it. The big modification is the suspension. So I have BC extreme low coilovers on the car. The car's been dropped a lot from its original ride height. So I think I've gone about 4 inches in the front and about 5 inches in the back. The back is actually maxed out right now. So the coils in the back are fully maxed out, which it sits really nice as far as the tires go. It does sit kind of flush. It tucks a little bit as well. My tire and wheel setup, they're stock spec. So it's kind of funny to run something like that on a lowered car, but I do have the same size 17s that come with the Crosstrek when you buy it, and the same wheel setup, tire setup as well, size-wise. I believe it's 225, 45, 17, something to that extent. I don't remember. I'm not big on wheels and tires, but it's the stock spec that you can buy that comes with the Crosstrek. So that's the major mod. If you go to the side of the car, we have a couple things. So I have window louvers that I bought that are actually from a 15 to I think 17 WRX or STI. It actually fits the Crosstrek as well. It's pretty cool. Just Amazon or eBay. I think they're like 25 bucks or something. Just a little cosmetic mod. I have the mirror caps wrapped in gloss black from Premium Automotive Styling. I purchased this STI chrome trim for the mirror from Subieguy. It's been a pretty good product. It has held up really well. If you go a little lower down here, I have the Duraflex side skirts for the 2011 to 14 WRX or STI hatchback. They just happen to fit the Crosstrek really well. Lengthwise, it's perfect. Fits pretty flush with the actual stock side skirt. All the way from the indentations here, and I threw those on there. They look pretty good. I also have rain guards from, I believe, Amazon again. Buy a lot of my stuff from Amazon. That I had Premium Automotive Styling wrap in a, it's like a matte satin pearl or satin pearl finish to kind of match the car a little bit, but it does have a matte kind of consistency to it. So I had them wrap that. I thought that was kind of unique. I don't see that a lot. And then I have the door handles. Those have also been wrapped by Premium Automotive Styling in gloss black. I have the STI door guards, whatever you want to call those, that go on the inside of the handles to prevent scratches, things like that. I bought those from Subieguy as well. A little pricey, but they're pretty awesome. They do actually have a thicker material, so they should last over time, much more so than like a vinyl or something like that. Moving to the back, I have just the gas door. Again, gloss black. Premium Automotive Styling did this with the embossed logo underneath, so it actually is risen from the vinyl. It looks pretty cool. If you want to get a close-up, you can take a look at it. Or it might be kind of hard to see, but it's there. The next modification I'll go over would be the taillights. So the taillights, I can't remember the name of the company I got them from. Again, Amazon. They were a pretty good price, but they have a slight smoke housing, like lens housing to it, and then the actual taillight itself has been painted black on the inside. It does have the red C-shaped light. Everything's LED. I think the only thing you had to switch over was the reverse light and the turn signal, and those were LEDs from my previous taillights anyway. Those are pretty cool. I haven't had any issues with those. They've been pretty nice. Another part that I added was from Duraflex as well. This is the rear bumper spat from, again, an 11 to 14 WRX or STI hatchback. So I added those as well. It fit okay. I just like that it kind of tied in the side skirt with this bumper spat as well. Also, while I'm down here, I have the Rally Armor mud flap kit for a Crosstrek. I love those mud flaps. They have been pretty durable. They've held up a lot. Color has not faded or anything like that. It's been pretty consistent in all the times I've driven with it. So to the rear of the car, I have these just blacked out with just matte black vinyl. This lower area of the diffuser, whatever you want to call it, I did Plastidip. So I went ahead and just blocked everything off, Plastidip the whole section, and this is actually the only time I've ever had to do this part of the car, and it's held up really well. So I know there's some people out there that aren't a fan of Plastidip, but let me tell you, it's giving me no problems whatsoever. It's been pretty good. So I've also had a couple other things done with Premium when it comes to the rear of the car. I've had the emblem wrapped in gloss black vinyl with the white Subaru stars. I had them do a custom overlay for the actual license plate area, whatever you want to call that, here in gloss black again. All of the Subaru emblems on the back of the car have been replaced with gloss black. So they were chrome when they came with the car. And now I've swapped those out. Those were also from Subieguy as well. Exhaust wise, I just have a custom welded and fabbed up, just straight pipe exhaust from the axle back. Nothing too crazy. I may end up thinking about doing a delete with the whole thing being a straight pipe, basically, where we take out the I guess the Cadillac converter in the mid pipe area of the exhaust, whatever you want to call that. The silencer that's in the middle of it definitely quiets the car, but I've been told it's pretty loud. So this right now is pretty good. Might be something I do in the future, but for now, we'll just kind of leave it the way it is. But this was custom fabbed up for me. Next, I just did a DIY like tow hook strap setup with the tow hook. That one took a bunch of different components and pieces and stuff like that from like a local hardware store, and was just able to bolt this up to the same setup. So that was just fabbed up, a couple different parts from a hardware store, no big deal. You go up to the top of the car a little bit. You guys saw the install video. I have the Cobb rear wiper delete, which is pretty cool. I enjoy that. It's just, kind of fun. I have the STI spoiler for the back of the car, or the wing, whatever you want to call it, from Subaru. It's like a metallic gray color, painted. It comes that way. It's the only color it comes from Subaru. This was pretty cool. Install was super easy. Other than it being a little pricey, I think it adds a lot of dynamic to the car. Next thing would be the roof rack itself. Everything is from Yakima. The whole thing, the whole setup is from Yakima. This is the Load Warrior basket. And then I have added the Subdog surfboard carrier. You guys know I surf and stuff like that. In the wintertime, I swap over to a Yakima Powder Hound for snowboarding. So this thing does everything as far as the setup goes, so it's pretty cool. In the back, we don't have to go back to it, but I have a painted gloss black antenna replacement piece, whatever you want to call it. It comes with like the little actual like antenna that sticks out. It's a couple inches or whatever. This is just the painted version that goes on top. Again, Amazon. It's pretty cheap, but it looks cool. In front of the car, A couple more things as we make our way back around. I have the, I wrapped the fairing for the front in a gloss, or in a matte black, and then did a gloss black Yakima logo. I have a 30-inch LED light bar that I just picked up from Amazon, super, super bright at night. This actually bolts right onto the basket itself. So at any point, this whole thing could be removed, and it's just a simple wire connection that you just pull apart. That's pretty much it. This thing is super awesome at night though. The clips to hold this thing on, which everyone seems to ask about, are the same clips that hold on this fairing. So I just use the same clips. As long as you have a Load Warrior basket, you should be able to run something exactly like I have on there. I also have another smaller fairing below to reduce wind. How much that actually helps, I don't know, but it looks cool, so I went with it. I also have the premium stealth banner from Premium Automotive Styling. I just had to move the logo to the far left side, but it's their stealth banner you can get on their website and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. That's it for the exterior of the car. Again, it's mostly cosmetic stuff. It looks pretty good, in my opinion. We have a few things under the hood I'll show you guys real quick before we just look at the interior real fast. So the engine bay is pretty basic for the most part. I do have an HPS cold air intake, or whatever you want to call it. Warm air intake, whatever you think that does or doesn't do. Other than sound, I noticed a little bit of pickup in the, when getting on the gas, but it sounds really good. I'm in California, so it's pretty dry. I don't worry about this getting wet or anything like that for the most part. I have a Perrin alternator cover that I had to retrofit because they don't make it for a Crosstrek, so I just drilled additional holes and whatnot. I have some various engine dress-up stuff with like just some JDM screws and bolts and whatnot that I did. I have an STI oil cap. I have various electrical lighting and stuff like that from all the different LED stuff I have set up. Light bar wise in the front of the car. I have an LED setup underneath the car, an LED setup inside the car. Biggest thing performance wise out of all this, I think for handling, was the STI strut bar. That's for the Crosstrek specifically, and it is from Subaru. So that was probably the biggest thing that I noticed performance wise in doing anything to the engine bay. The car is pretty slow. It is what it is. I'm not trying to make it go faster. I'm not going to bolt on a turbo or anything like that. If I do, I'll want to buy probably a different car. For now, this is the engine bay. It's pretty clean for the most part, but pretty basic. Just an intake and a few other little things here and there. So I'll go ahead and close this up for you guys. And we'll go to the interior of the car real fast. It's pretty basic. It's the all leather package. The only things that I really did that you guys will be able to notice was I have some red trim around the door that I did that you can get from Amazon for pretty cheap. I have a couple little bolt-ons here and there from Subieguy. This is from Subieguy. It's just the mirror control lever. I did some vinyl wrap on some of the interior pieces on this side and on that side, if you guys could hopefully see that. These pieces just pry apart and come off the car, so if you're interested in doing that yourself, it's pretty easy. I have a couple of the AC knobs and stuff like that that I've purchased from Amazon that just slide right on to give it just a red anodized look. I have some carbon fiber accents that are pretty minimal. The center dash here has a carbon fiber piece. The AC area has a piece as well. That's pretty much it for the most part. I have interior LED as far as lighting and stuff like that goes, but that's about it for the interior of the car until you go to the back of the car. And you guys have followed me on Instagram for a while. You know I did this setup a while ago. I did an all Rockford stereo setup. These are two 10-inch punch subwoofers that I have. I forget the ratings on them, but it's a full Rockford system. Amplifier and everything. It's just set up to run off of an amp switch. That's pretty much it, but it gets the job done. It's in a ported sealed box, basically carpeted black and everything to match the interior. So The only other thing that I've done would be some added interior LEDs. So the lighting on the Crosstrek trunk is pretty weak. What I did was I bought a couple of extra lights, drilled them through here, 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 and here, and then ran a simple switch right here for on and off purposes. And then it's super bright at night if you're sifting through your trunk looking for something. So that is about it for the whole car. That's the walk around, and we don't really have anything else to show you, but I figured I'd do a walk around so you guys could actually see what was on the car, what was modded. If you have questions about any of these installs or anything that I showed you today, please comment or DM me on Instagram and let me know. I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. I'm pretty good about getting back to you guys. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and then let me know what you guys want to see. I have some more videos planned in the future, pretty quick actually, that'll be coming up soon. So for now, we'll just catch you guys in the next video. Peace.